Good day, everybody. It is Calxiyn here, and if you guys enjoyed this video, you should subscribe for more reaction videos. Today we are reacting to Death Battle. Last time it was with my mom, but now we have somebody a bit more hip with the kids with us today. Hunter's here.
Your mom knows way more about Star Wars than I ever did, and it was about Yoda.
That was probably a good choice. But today, we're watching something that we both know shit about, Attack on Titan and RWBY. So we're dipping into both of those demographics, because I've been doing Attack on Titan videos all season. Obviously, we've been doing RWBY stuff. You're a little behind, but it's okay.
Listen, if it's spoilers, close my eyes. I'm gonna throw this across the room.
I doubt that they may spoil some
they'll say
images,
spoiler alert,
but I don't think that they're gonna get into the
nitty gritty of
they're not gonna spoil big things that happen during the season. Nothing's really happened to Mikasa in the sense in terms of power level that I think that they're going to spoil.
She didn't become a Titan. And that's going to become a thing.
And so, what we're going to basically do is, in the last video, and some people didn't catch this, some people were like, why didn't you guys watch the explanation? Maybe your mom would have understood. We did watch it. We just didn't watch it on camera. So we're going to watch the explanation off camera, but that's just not very fun. And probably not very fun for you guys to watch. So we're going to watch through the explanation, okay? But then we're going to come back and do our reaction and then do our thoughts. But let's place our initial bets, okay?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Death battles with RWBY characters are really hard because everybody likes to say that they shill for Rooster Teeth all the time, right? That basically they shill for RWBY or whatever. Here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't seriously think they would do that.
But I feel no, of course not. I don't think that they do that. I think that they pretty much do a fair fight.
It's such I don't think anybody would see a RWBY character lose and think I'm never watching RWBY.
But I do think the whole thing with this is that a lot of people think that Blake's gonna win, and Blake probably should win, but people are gonna be mad about it anyway, is what I'm trying to get at, right? Because in my heart, I know that Mikasa's a capable fighter. I feel when I saw this, everyone was being oh yeah, Blake is gonna kick her ass, and I was like, why? I was confused because in my head, Mikasa's uber powerful, right? But I feel that this fight wasn't really fair. When you have Todoroki and Zuko,
one of them's magical,
right? When you have Todoroki and Zuko, that's fine because that's equal power level to a point, right? They both have elemental magic, right? Even though Todoroki has ice, that's the whole thing, is that he has a small edge. But Blake and Mikasa, Blake has her semblance, her aura, right? She basically has magical powers.
That's
true. Whereas Mikasa, yes, is kind of very strong and almost kind of superhuman, in a way.
Very acrobatic.
But, Attack on Titan is still somewhat grounded and a bit more even with the Titans, right? Mikasa can't turn into a Titan, so Mikasa's a person, whereas Blake is magical, and so I feel that yes, Blake should probably win this, and so I'm not sure why they pit them against each other when I don't think that it can be that fair.
I think it's because black-haired sword fighter they swing around.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
It's
like the Todoroki and Zuko thing, but I just feel that this one is such a sweet. I hope that Mikasa gets some good hits. Yeah. But even though in my head I was oh yeah, go Mikasa. I thought that everyone was gonna vote in favor of Mikasa, but I saw people being no, there's no way Mikasa's gonna win. Blake has magic.
Honestly, even I thought it was maybe a little more even. Then you mentioned aura, and I'm oh yeah, there's no way Mikasa's gonna win. Yeah. My only thing is that I feel Mikasa's a lot more fast and aggressive than Blake is. So I think my brain says Blake. Yeah. But my need to win against you in arguments says Mikasa.
Well, I was rooting for Mikasa too, but my brain is saying Blake while my heart is saying Mikasa. So we're basically all the same boat.
Okay, yeah,
you know what I mean? I wanted Mikasa to win.
Okay, we have to pick one though.
I'm gonna pick Blake though. Okay, so you can
pick Mikasa.
You can be the dumb one today. I'm always the dumb one.
I'm just saying.
Okay, they always think I'm the dumb one. You can be the dumb one.
They don't know me very well.
Oh boy, yeah. And so those are just my thoughts. I just think that it's such an interesting.
I like this fight.
Fight going on, just because I was so sure that everyone was gonna be oh yeah, Mikasa's totally gonna win, and even Attack on Titan fans were no. So part of me wonders if they did pick this fight to make Blake look good, because I don't know if she won, if people would be I'm gonna go watch RWBY, but part of me is kind of I want this on purpose.
I don't think they have a bias to make one of them win. I think they maybe have a bias to make RWBY and the RWBY characters seem more interesting.
Good. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Like in the opening thing.
Like not even a bias for them to win, but just like,
cool
that
while
Blake
fighting.
girl, she looks cool.
Or to like in the explainer to talk about how great her character is.
Exactly. So we're gonna watch that. And I may include clips of that, like I'm gonna record it, but if we cut right to the reaction, I was lazy. That's what happened, so let's go. Okay guys, so we have watched the explanation, trying to avoid Attack on Titan spoilers, because they just fucking dropped manga spoilers in a list.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, I didn't look, alright, we didn't see. But yeah, that was kinda like sus of them. They should have put that in like, you know, small print or something at the bottom.
Or like big flashing
like,
letters
they
spoilers.
Didn't verbally talk about it. Right?
Yeah.
But like they talked about I know just from what they like the start of the sentence that I saw that it was definitely something I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Right? And so I saw like that one thing and I was like, nope. So yeah, I wish that they had been a little bit more considerate in that regard, because they did say that the section would include like, you know, spoilers from the manga, but they didn't actually verbally say any of them. You know what I mean? It was just on a list, and so if you're reading, there was nothing to stop you, so that was a little...
When I'm looking through it again, I'm thinking this is more evenly matched than I originally considered.
I do agree with you on some parts. Like, yeah, seeing Mikasa fight again, and like, you know, her superhuman dodging bullets and everything, like, you know, the stuff that they said about like the Arkermans and everything, like, it makes like sense that she's a bit more evenly matched than we thought, because like, yeah, Blake has dust, but dust is basically almost like bullets, like dust bullets, and like if Mikasa can dodge bullets, like that's a little bit more. But I still think that Blake has a lot more edge, because okay, like if Blake has superhuman strength, Mikasa has superhuman strength, that's fine, but Mikasa still doesn't have magical power.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking Mikasa's really fast, but so is Blake. But in my head, she's more ferocious. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be a fair fight, but I feel like Blake will ultimately win.
I'm thinking it's Blake, but I'm less sure that it's Blake than I was at the beginning of this. Like, I'm thinking it could really go either way.
Yeah.
I was so nervous about the spoilers, I gave myself hiccups.
I know, you're like freaking out. That's nice art.
Yeah.
I like that. Alright, guys. Aww. They're using Blake's
She's reading her book.
Almost like her model.
To evacuate this area hours ago. Get the hell out of here. They're coming.
Oh, that animation's a little weird.
Oh, you do not get rid of her smut. Oh,
this is a weird way to start a fight, though. She's trying to save your life, sis. She's trying to evacuate you. This seems like a petty fight that Blake started.
Yeah, they're all petty.
I know, but like, at least the Zuko and Todoroki one was a bit more.
2 sets of ears. She must have 4 times the hearing.
Oh.
Oh, because she's smart?
No, because she has 2 ears. She has 4 times the hearing.
Oh, sure.
I like the music.
I know.
Mikasa's trying to strategize. Okay, this is a little bit
Is this
more even
RWBY
than I thought. It's
music?
mixed. I think it's mixed.
Oh, that's
Woo!
Ooh.
Because there was Attack on Titan.
Oh.
Ooh, that was pretty slick. I really like that.
I feel like, I wonder if like she's gonna run out of her, can't believe it, okay. Run out of her swords.
Oh, that's true. Woo!
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh. Woo!
Oh god, 2 brick walls.
This is a really nice set.
Blake's popping those clones and attacking me from behind.
Mikasa strategizes pretty well.
I don't know. I think they're setting enough to have Mikasa win by having her strategize a lot. I hadn't considered strategy.
But Blake doesn't talk out loud, like, you know
what
I mean? Blake's
she
not
has the
saying
good
anything.
sense to
What
shut
is
up.
she strategizing too?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was pretty cool. I don't know about some of this animation, but like, I'll allow it.
I mean, it's pretty indie. Like, I don't think. Yeah, but, oh no!
Ah!
Oh no! Oh no!
Ah!
The worst part is that they can. Oh no!
Oh man! Oh, poor Mikasa.
I don't.
Oh.
I like them both, and so when they get hurt, I don't know how to feel.
Oh, Thunder Spear time! All right, Blake.
Yeah, I'm worried
Say your
about Blake
prayers.
being able to react to those.
Say your prayers to the gods, bro. No, she'll be reacting fine. She can clone.
I guess so. I think.
Oh, they cut her arm off, Hunter.
Did they just pull
Yeah,
a Yang?
They did.
Oh, what the
my
fuck?
God.
She hasn't stopped.
They really did that.
So
Well, that was
I think they communicated it being a.
Uh-oh, but see? She was trying to warn you, Blake.
She seems. Wow, she takes losing a limb
What
pretty
did she
good.
say?
Incoming.
I told her not to get too close
Yeah.
to that thunder spear.
Let's
Too
go
bad
back.
she-
Yeah, she did.
Incoming.
What was that?
She's gonna go fight the Titan now with one arm.
Not to get too close to that thunder spear.
Damn.
See,
I think
Kate,
they. I think that's a good job of communicating that it was close by
Yeah.
having them both.
Mikasa's
Yeah, so like, I think that this makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
That was brutal, though.
Oh my god, I don't think like her losing an arm
Like
scares me.
The explosion in
Yeah,
her eyes and
oh
stuff.
god, yeah, it's like it's so like
The only thing that bothers me is this seems like such a petty fight, right?
Oh,
Mikasa was trying to help her,
there's
and then
never
Blake
a
just
good-
acted like a bitch. Like, I
It's
don't know why
not
they
like-
did that. Like,
they once had Luke Skywalker and Harry Potter fight to the death. Like they never
But,
have
like,
a good
at
reason
least
for it.
with Yoda and Mickey, they were like,
Oh,
you
Yoda
know,
and Mickey.
they were
Bought
doing
my
it
bzz,
out
franchise.
of like, no. They were doing it out of like respect for each other
Sure.
as masters, right? Like there was like a good, not a,
Keyblade
you
Master.
know, like they were doing it like out of a respectful fight, like a respectful engagement. And I think with Zuko and Todoroki,
They could just fight. I could see
I
that
don't know
happening.
what happened anymore, but I think that one of them thought the other was a bad guy or something like that. Like Todoroki was like a villain, and then Zuko's like, "Wait, you don't understand." Like there was cause. I just don't like how they characterized Blake very much because it kind of made Blake out to be this bitch who like fights for no reason. Like why not have something a bit more? I'm gonna say this very carefully. In season 4, there are revolutionary vibes.
Yeah.
Let's just call them that, okay? And Mikasa is kind of on the side opposing those revolutionary vibes. So Blake, given her history, why not have Blake be fighting with the revolutionaries? And then that's why they're in conflict.
Maybe.
With the you guys know if you've watched Attack on Titan, I don't want to say anything more because of Hunter.
I guess my only
like, why
answer
not have
is that
them fight for that reason? Like Mikasa's like, you're with the such and such, and Blake's
yeah,
like I'm here to fight for Eldia's freedom. Woohoo, right? You know what I mean? She's on that side in the anime, like you know what I mean, guys, right? Like the right. She's on that side, like within the season 4 conflict, like within the walls is what I'm saying. We all know who Mikasa's opposed to in that season, right? So I hope that you guys understand. So why not have Blake be fighting for the blank-is and not like just this random ass, you know what I mean? That could have been interesting. Like that would have made sense.
I think as a show,
why just make her a bit, you know?
Yeah, I think as a show, Death Battle is more concerned with like getting who would win, right?
Right.
And like they're not concerned with coming up with believable reasons why people are fighting.
Hire me, Death Battle.
Because they're all
this
pretty
was a mess.
like they're all pretty like poorly conceived.
Sure. I
Right.
guess. But I see a way to make it make sense, okay? So I'm just saying that there was a way and this just was not.
Rooster
the way.
Teeth, hire me for all of your programming.
I mean, like, I wouldn't know anything about anything else, but like they talked about how Blake had a revolutionary life.
She did for a while.
Right? And so why not incorporate that in the fight?
I don't know. I feel like one time they had like Captain Planet fight Aang. And, like, I guess they both have, like, elemental powers, but it feels like a very weird matchup.
Anyway, I just saw more of a story here than Blake being interrupted while reading her smut. And I feel like that if you were a non-RWBY fan, you would be like, oh, this girl's a fucking psycho. Like, Mikasa's just trying to help her.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I know it's not that serious. I know people don't take it that seriously.
I think it's contrived, and most people going into this understand
But
it.
I would personally, that's what I would think. I'd be like, oh, what? Mikasa's just trying to help her. You know, save her from the Titans, and she's just being a bitch.
I think it was good. I liked that they communicated that they were close.
Yeah.
It was fun. It's fun exercise.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, now I just can't wait for, like, what other scythe wielder they get. Like,
RWBY and
fight.
Marluxia, bitch! bitch. Let's go.
I was thinking RWBY and the girl from Soul Eater.
Marluxia would kill her. Like, Marluxia would kick her fucking ass.
Oh,
Marluxia's lived for 1,000 years. If he can't beat RWBY,
I think they should get every scythe-wielding anime girl and have them all fight together.
Oh my god. It's like, oh god, what was that? I saw this on Twitter, like all of these Joshes
Yeah!
at a central location. It's just like anyone who has a scythe.
Every scythe-wielder in the same room.
I could see it.
I feel like that could be a future video.
Because RWBY hasn't gotten one, right?
Yeah,
like everyone else has it except for RWBY. Why not?
Doesn't.
I know that they probably go for Kill la Kill or something, or whatever that anime
maybe.
is, or Soul Eater, whatever you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I believe in Marluxia supremacy in terms of scythe wielders, and I think they both have a rose theme, right? Okay, they both have rose petals. It's literally right in your face. So do it. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye.